You know what's up, Big Rich G. You're tuned into the Block Report.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Block Report. It's your boy Kicks.
It's your boy Sticky Brown.
And it's your boy Half Ounce.
And today's guest is no other than the Magic Man himself, Rich G. What's up, Rich G?
What's
Rich
going
G
down,
in the
Big Rich
gossip.
G? You know me.
Brownside.
That's right, Brownside
Welcome
repping.
to the block, my
Big
boy.
Tokes repping.
It ain't nothing but a family thing here. In my hair smelling good, greasing up my khakis like a blade, yeah. Backyard party in the neighborhood, all my G's are gonna be there.
Well, I grew up in Norwalk. What I do is did a lot of hooks for a lot of the first Chicano rappers, Latino rappers, as well as Eazy-E and his artists. And I've been doing it for years, man. It's all about that Chicano soul in my heart.
That's right. That's right. I'm loving that.
That's right.
Actually, we had, even though we were living in Norwalk, my parents joined the movement, the Chicano movement up in the Bay Area.
Okay,
So
okay.
They moved us up there.
Okay.
And while we was marching, they were working for an organization to, bring to the forefront the injustices that Chicanos were going through, and what we had to do. And they were fighting. We were marching. I was a little kid marching on the streets with them.
That's right.
But we had familia up there. I had my cousin Joey, who was from El Sereno. My cousin Liz, who was from El Sereno. And Joey came up to me one time. He goes, "Hey, man, you ever heard of the funk?" I said, "What, if somebody stinks?" No. He said, "The funk music." I said, "What the hell is that?" I think I was in 3rd grade. And he busted out some George Clinton and some Bootsy Collins. And I was like, whoa, what? Because, I mean, I knew all about the oldies. I knew all about rock and roll because my father had an extensive collection of music that he let me listen to since I was 4 years old.
Nice.
So I was sprung. And ever since then, man, I learned the guitar. I tried to learn how to sing. I did everything I could to do music.
What kind of guitar did you play? Acoustic?
I played at first an acoustic guitar. My dad gave me my first guitar. My dad, Richard Garcia, he gave me my first guitar when I was 3 years old.
Are you named after your dad? You said Richard Garcia.
Yeah.
So you're junior.
Yeah, and he's actually my stepdad, but he's the one that stepped up to the plate,
Okay.
took care of me, and raised me. So he's my dad.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
and much love to my biological father, Joe Aquino, because we're still good too,
Still good to this day.
But he gave me my first guitar when I was 3 years old for Christmas, because I used to watch him play. He was learning the guitar, so I started messing around with it.
What age did you move to Norwalk when you were back in Norwalk?
Okay, there it is. There it is right there. When I was in like first grade, the end of my first grade, second grade, we moved to Norwalk. My dad bought a house on 161st Street. by the elementary school there. And we lived there for like 3 years, 2 years, only 2 or 3 years, about 3 years I think. And then the movement hit. And they said he sold the house. He gave it away to people we knew, which I thought was
That's
pretty badass. They gave it away.
It's heavy.
And because those people were coming up, they came from Mexico, you know what I mean? And they were just eating a quebrada, you know?
Yeah.
Pops just take it. My mom said take it. They went up to join the movement, and that's when we went up north, man.
And then you ended up coming back down.
And I came back down in 78.
78.
And when I came back down, like I said, I was at my school, and I got hit up by a bot. My sister started dating one of the chingons of the barrio, from one of the big gangs. My sister was, all the guys loved my sister Laura. I mean, she was banging girl, okay? But I love my sis. So what happened was, about 15 fools approached me in the promenade or whatever at school at Excelsior High, and they're like, "Hey, ese, we heard you came from the north there." And I said, "Well, I was living up there for a little while, but I'm from here." They're like, and the guy that was hitting me up looked like a straight pit fighting pit bull, about my height, but like it's all cut up and shit, all fucking scarred up.
Yeah, the Pendleton now?
Yeah, his name was Poncho, Little Poncho, and his big brother was the big guy of the barrio. And I told him, "Hey, dog, I'm from here." I said, "I want no pedo," because I was in 8th grade, and these fools says like, "It is what it is. Today's a good day to die." That's where my mentality goes in situations like that.
In a situation
I'll
like
get mine in. You're gonna take me out, maybe, most likely, but I get mine in. You know, that's how we all are. We're warriors, man. Yeah, from the blood.
I want to ask you, you know, I know you had that was your first. Is that your first encounter with the gang culture? Or
Yeah, but what got me out of that was I just told him, "Okay, homie, I'm from here. It is what it is. I lived up there, but I was always from here." And I just stood my ground, and that fool looked at me, and somebody went, "Hey." They recognized that my sister was going out with his big brother's top homeboy. I think that's what happened. And then they were like, "Well, it's like this, homie. You're with us or against us? Let you know right now. Been put on notice." So I said, "Listen."
It was really bad.
And
So
you know what's funny?
we took
Back
care
in
of
the
it. We
day,
handled
like
it, dog.
that,
You know what I
was
mean?
really like that.
It was really like that.
That's how it was, dog.
Really like that.
Yeah.
Like the structure
Yeah.
back then. In
But I was always going the homeboy way, though, dog.
Yeah.
I was already, because I've been around gangsters all my life. All my dad's buddies were gangsters. My cousins were gangsters, you know. And I started writing poems back then in the 4th or 5th grade.
Were they to like some girls?
I wrote a Martin Luther King poem one time,
Oh, nice.
and they put that sucker up, you know what I mean, in the office, you know. And I'm thinking, hey, I think maybe I could do it. And then I wrote a poem about, you know, being down, you know, having the man stepping on you when I'm 5th grade. You know, what do I know? Because I knew it through my parents, because we were out there marching. We saw the parents of the people that had been murdered by cops going up there doing speeches. We saw music. Chicano music, good music, man. People getting together and trying to fight against this force that's against us. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And I'm a little kid. I'm in 5th grade, marching through the streets of Berkeley with my parents, and these people in their balconies looking at us, going, "Fuck you, Mexicans! Go home, Mexicans! You fucking Mexicans!" We were just marching, saying, "Nah, man, we're holding our ground."
It's heavy, yeah.
What city?
I'm a little kid.
What was this happening
That was
at?
Berkeley.
Berkeley, Northern California.
And yeah, my parents were in it, man, in it to win it, bro.
Hey, Rich.
And I was there with them.
Quick question. Since you were marching with your mom and your dad, you know, and you said you heard people, you know, with their stories about cops killing them.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel personally, watching the news and still hearing that shit now? How does that make you feel?
It's like we had to take some steps back recently. We took some steps back, it seemed like. We were out there, man, especially my girl from the Brown Berets, bro. They were out there doing their thing. A lot of organizations were out there doing their thing, and I got in there too, you know. And I marched my fat ass around, you know. I did what I had to do, you know. And but it's not a good feeling, bro. Not a good feeling. But you know what? I look at it like this. Our work ain't done. We got to keep. They don't understand. Is we got pride in our cultura. We got pride. We gotta listen to my song. Me and my brother Paul G wrote. I ain't going down.
That's one of my favorites.
You like that? That's right, Doug.
That's one of my favorites, man.
Me and him wrote that when I first started my band, the Midnight Cruisers, in '05. And then we never did nothing with it. We did it a couple of times with the band, and then, but when I did my Vital Chronicles, I said, Pablo, I want to do that song. And he's playing the guitar on it, my boy, my brother Pablo G. And it's because we've been through it. You know what I mean? We've been through it.
You've been through a lot.
But we're gonna keep. You know.
Keep moving.
We're gonna keep moving, bro.
What was your first song you ever recorded?
I don't know if you guys are even. There was this guy. This was around 89, 90, 91. And I had been chasing Tony G around, bro. Because I met Tony G at Spin It Records.
Spin It Records?
Shout out Tony G.
Tony
Shout out
G.
DJ Tony G.
Yeah. So I met him, and I took my buddy, this guy I knew, a guy named Robert Preciado. He said, man, I know Tony G. I said, who the hell's Tony G? Because he heard my little demo I made, you know, I was trying to hustle my little demo. And I had a couple good little jams on there, Latin style, and then R&B, you know. And he goes, fuck, dude, you're bad. And he goes, I said, who's Tony G? He goes, oh man, he's a MC. You want it, you got it. Young MC.
Young MC.
He's Young MC's DJ. I'm
I was
like,
trying to figure out.
I saw that jam. I go, yeah, let's go check. He's gonna be on Arsenio or some shit tonight. So I went to check him out. I said, oh, check the homie out. Cubano, huh? Latino, huh? I said, get down. I was happy. So I said, take me down there, dog. So I went down
Wait a
there.
minute,
showed
Young
my
MC
little
was
demo.
Cubano?
Tony G's Cubano.
Oh,
dog.
Tony G. Okay,
We're like,
okay.
what?
I was like, what?
Young MC.
Oh yeah, no, man, he's the brother, man. And I took him a little demo, and he liked it. And he was like, he talked to me. Tony could talk. He talked to me for I don't know how many hours. So he really wanted to try it, man, to get me a deal. And Julio was trying too after a while to get me a deal. And they were trying. They did what they could with what they had, you know. And we made a bunch of music. The first song, getting back to your question, the first song was with this guy named Cisco, and it's called "I Like the Way You Move."
Like the way you move.
And the guy was good. But I don't think nothing ever happened with that. And then the next one was East Side Story with Frost. With Frost.
Right after that?
No, like I said, I had to chase Tony around for a while, and he was busy. So you ready? Let's do some shit. Okay, next time. Hey, you there? Oh, he's not there then. So, you know what I mean? I did. I not chased him down and bugged him, but trying to set up shit. Finally, he goes, hey, gives me a call. Hey, you want to do some shit on the Frost, the new Frost CD? I said, fuck yeah. So I went over there, and we did that shit. East Side Story.
That itself is a legendary track itself.
What year was that?
I want to say, was that mid-90s? No, you said
Early 90s.
91, no, 91.
91, 92 maybe.
Yeah.
And I was already impressed by Frost. I mean, Frost was a badass rapper, you know. And he was kicking it for the raza, which, knowing my history, you know I was down for the raza to the root.
Yeah, all the way through.
I'm down to the root. Some people, whatever, I'm down to the root. I'll die for that.
I want to touch a little bit back to when your music, you started working with Brownside. When did that happen?
Okay. Tony G calls me in the studio. I meet Eazy-E. I believe I worked on one of his artists called HWA, Hoes with Attitudes.
Going up
what? Suckers love to suck a whole pop. Even up your mouth so that when a whole hop, backing out the proper spot to get a proper shot. Shoot down your throat with a creamy bullet coming down your mouth, dripping down your face, running to the floor.
Like, okay, who's gonna do our hook? Hey, my little show Mexican right there, you know. That's right. And, oh, that's my boy Rich G. He's gonna do it. And they're like, all right, okay, well, we'll see what we can do, you know.
You got that reaction from them, like straight up?
Well, I mean, you know, it was kind of like, you know, they were cool, but I mean, they were like, okay, because I don't look the part, bro. Come on, I don't look the part, man. I don't look like I'm a singer, man. I don't think so. But I just do my thing. You know. And so I went in there in the closet, G-spot, and I laid it down, you know.
What was the reaction when they heard those first?
They were like, oh, all right.
Hey, get that man back in
Yeah, all right. And, you know, I didn't come on the video or anything like that. I don't know what happened, you know, but, yeah, that was the first thing. Then, shortly after that, I met, Tony calls me in the studio again. He goes, hey, you know, he told me about the group and how it was Eazy-E's group, and they're the Mexican version of NWA, and they want me to do something on their stuff, some homeboy shit. I said, you know me?
That's my avenue.
I said, let me come in. So they came in, and Toker was like, yeah, you know, my brother, homie. I think it was still very short time that it had happened, you know. And he wanted to do this jam, you know, and as a tribute to my brother, man, you know, he got murdered, blah, blah, blah. You know, he told me the story. I said, all right, dog, you know, let's do what we got to do. And they put on the track. You know, I had heard the track, Love Between a Boy and Girl, but, you know, Tony G does this magic to a track.
That's right.
So he sampled it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
No, but I did all the vocals. You know, these feeding my memories. So Tony told me, he goes, hey, man, he goes, Rich, this is what I'm hearing, man. And he started singing it. He's feeding my memories. You know, he started doing that. He started singing it. But, I mean, in a lower voice, you know, brother, they look so... And I was thinking right there, you know, we could do that harmony, you know. And that was always, you know, I've always been very good at harmonies for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's because I played guitar as a kid. So harmonies I'm pretty good at, you know. So I started laying down the harmonies. And then I did what Tony wanted me to do, you know, and I did that. But, I threw my own little flair on there. I always do, you know. And then at the end, I was like, you know, when it's time to ad-lib, the ad-libbing is like freestyling, you know. It's like you gotta come from the heart, you gotta come from the head a little bit, you gotta connect them, you know. And so don't get too high when you're trying to do it. Yeah. But, and you know, it's like if you know, like say for instance, when you hear a good freestyler, man, he can go, you know, the bear, you know,
the bear, it's
brocha,
there,
you know,
where?
And I've seen guys like that. And ad-libbing is kind of the same thing, but it's not, I don't think it's as complicated as coming up with all those lyrics, but you got to come up with that heart and what you're talking about. You know what I mean? You know, like, baby, you don't know, baby, you don't know what I'm feeling, yeah. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, it's just something you get from your heart. You got to feel it from the heart, man. I don't know. Thank you, God, for giving me that little gift, you know. Yeah. That's all I can say. I did do gospel music for a while, too.
You did gospel music?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you release an album as a gospel music or singles?
No. I just sang in a few in my grandma's church. I started singing gospel music, man. And then we go down to South Central. They had churches all over, right? They had Spanish churches, black churches, you know, different white churches, you know what I mean? So we go down over there and rock with them down with brothers down there in South Central and shit. Man, talk about learning some chops, bro. Tell me, you know, hey, I got another little nudge of the soul down there, you know, singing with the homies, the brothers and sisters down there.
All right, Rich. I know you worked a little bit with Eazy-E before too, man. And I heard through the grapevine that you actually heard Thuggish Ruggish Bone while I was getting mixed down. How was that experience?
It was, you know what I mean. We were just, you know. I think I went down there just to get I think he might have was going to give me some dough, or we had to talk about. I was working on my album at the time, so I mean I was always down there, you know. And I walk in to hearing just the track of Thuggish Ruggish Bone, which we didn't know what it was back then. I'm getting a little dry, excuse me. And it just sounded crazy to me, right? And Eazy, he had his hair all picked out. He had the pick in his hair. He was on the board. Doom, doom. He was just like this. Doom. I mean, just bobbing his head, loving it. And we had some weights in there at the G spot in El Monte. And me and Julio G were pumping weights. We started pumping weights. I'm like, damn, dude, this shit sounds way out, but it's bad motherfucking ass, right? He goes, yeah, man, this is this new group that he's putting out called Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Damn.
I said, that shit's bad, man. And so, yeah, I got to be there while he was, and, you know, shortly after that, rest in peace.
Did you hear about Bone Thugs and Harmony prior to that?
I had heard of a group that he went back east, right? Back east they're from. Then when he went back and was with them and was coming back and forth, you know. And I'd heard about it, you know. I was just one of the artists doing my little thing, trying to get it going. And I was almost done.
Did he ever reach out to you to do any type of music for him? On top of that?
Other than just signing me for my music, that's about it. Because I had...
So you signed with Ruthless, right?
I didn't sign physically. He was working a deal, and the contracts were ready. The money was coming in. And all I had to do was sign. I had 2 songs maybe left to do on my album, and that's when he passed away. Yeah. And no, he was signing me as an artist. He was working a deal with Sony Japan, and like I said, the contracts, according to Tony G, were drawn up already, ready to go. We just were waiting for that dough to come in from the Top Cats. You know what I'm talking about.
So everything was a process, huh?
Yeah, you know, and we were doing our thing, man. I was working with some good people, man. Hey, I was even featuring ALT and the different homies on my shit, you know. And it was going to be a good album. We was going to Japan. And then, you know, things went
And Eazy passes.
You know, when Eazy was passing, and I know you guys working with Brownside, and how that impact you guys as a group and as well as yourself?
It ended that whole thing at the time. Tony G and them went on to do other projects, you know what I mean? And I heard they did pretty good with that, you know. But personally, myself, I had to get a job. I had to get a job, man. Yeah, I had to. I always bullshit and I said I had to get a real job, and that's when I got in with MTA, and I worked with them for 23 years, man.
So how long were you out the game before you started popping back up?
About 8 years.
8 years?
About 8 years, and I was living in Pomona. I had started my band. Huh?
Pete Town?
That's right. Hey, I had a good time over there. And that's where I started the Midnight Cruisers, actually, in Pomona.
That's right.
Yeah. And radio pops up, anniversary of Eazy-E's death. And I just sat there. I was cleaning house, right? I was cleaning my home. And I had to get down on one knee, bro. And I said, you know what? That's enough. I started getting into that thought of, you know what? I got to do something, even if it's singing at church. That's when I started singing at church again. And I said, I got to do something, man. I feel like it's jamming still, you know? And my homie Joe Truck, and I don't know if you ever heard of DJ Trip from Radio Aslan. He was all out here for a while. DJ Trip, he's got a calendar called Batos y Biclas now.
Oh, yeah. I know about those
It was
vehicles.
him that was talking to my boy Joe Truck. Joe Truck is the one that hooked me up with War. That's a whole other story.
Oh, whoa, no, we didn't hear
War,
about
War initially is from Long Beach, right?
Long Beach and Compton. Howard Scott's from Compton, and Harold Brown and them from Long Beach. And
It's almost like they're almost like, I don't want to say forgotten, I don't want to be rude, but in a sense, I don't feel like they get the recognition that they deserve, being legendary as they are.
You know
And
what?
then coming out of those cities, especially.
Cause they
Yeah, no.
weren't they didn't they have some Spanish, like some homies Chicanos on their band?
Well, the new band does, but the original guys were black, and one guy was from, I believe, Amsterdam, right? Lee Oscar,
Okay.
and you know, through the years, like I said, my boy Joe Truck that hooked me up with them, he played congas with them for a while after Papa D passed away.
That was the lead singer, right? Wasn't
Papa D was the conguero.
Okay,
big
okay,
guy.
okay.
So
Lee Oscar was the harmonica player.
yeah, he was a harmonica player. Yeah. So what was the question again? I went off into a different.
No, I was saying about Eazy-E's death, how it affected you, but.
And you know, but oh, how I got back in the biz.
Oh yeah, how you got back in the
Yeah,
business?
yeah,
That's
I
what
got
it was.
back
Sorry
in the
about that.
biz.
We're back.
So
I was going back.
those guys, they were doing shows together. My boy Joe Truck and DJ Trip, they were doing shows together, and they were trying to get the original guys from War, the Lowrider Band. They're called the Lowrider Band now, which
they
is
changed it?
yeah, it's D. Oscar, B.B. Dickerson, Howard Scott, and Harold Brown.
Wow.
And then their whole, and those are the guys I get to jam with. So that's what I was talking about earlier, about stepping my game up dealing with these kind of guys, you know. And so they were talking, and they're like, you know, my song, I think La Familia or something popped up, or no, this Mi Vida Loca popped up.
Vida Loca.
And Trip was like, man, I need a singer like this, man. I need a singer like this, and started.
Right here.
And then Joe Truck was like, that's my homie Rich G. He goes, shut up. He goes, that's my homie right there. He's out of the business. He ain't doing nothing. So Joe calls me, hey, you gotta come, hey, this guy DJ Trip, he wants you to come to one of his shows and check it out. And plus Howard Scott wants to write a song with you. Howard Scott that wrote The World is a Ghetto, that wrote Cisco Kid.
Yes.
Howard Scott, I love you, Howard Scott. That's my mentor right there. He's my big brother from another mother, and I love him. And we got that's coming out on my next project. Actually, that song we wrote together.
You lost your son? How long ago did you lose your son?
About 6-7 months ago.
Sorry for that.
Thank you.
Did you?
One of my sons.
Was it due to COVID?
It was cancer.
It was cancer.
It was at a bad time, right in the COVID pandemic time.
Oh wow.
And I was, it was a son of a bitch. It was a motherfucker.
I went through cancer with my mom. She has stage 4 metastatic cancer, so I know how that just eats you up.
And but I know my son would have been like, Alvin would have been, stop being a weak ass dad. Stop being a weak sauce, Pop. Come on. And my son, you know, he was 6 foot, 300 pounder. You know what I mean? He was like, come on, Dad. I said, I'll still take you down, son.
How old was your boy, Rich?
He was 27.
Oh, he was middle, man. Young.
But you know what? You're leaving.
Hey, you know what? This is for him, man.
That's right.
And all the people that have been backing me up, waiting for this shit, man.
All the fans.
I still feel good, man. I feel good, man. And you know, unless the Lord, you know, God willing, let me put something else out. You know, put a few more things out before I say, okay, I'm hanging up my microphone, or before this goes away. Then I'll pick up the guitar a little more.
That's right.
Something, or I'll write songs. You know.
Have you ever wrote a song for anybody at all by chance?
You know what? Stuff that I wrote for different people, but stuff that was published and everything. I wrote for the Barrio Boys.
Oh, I remember them. With Selena.
Girls,
They
the
did
guys
Selena.
that sang with Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out from New York, man. Bunch of good-looking brothers, man. But Latino dudes, man, youngsters. They thought they were coloring me bad or something. The girls were chasing them all around the boardwalk and shit. But yeah, we wrote on their first album was an English album.
Okay.
So the Barrio Boys, their first album was like a R&B-ish type of hip-hop Latin type of thing from New York, you know. So they came out, man, and Tony told me about the project and gave me the songs, and I took them to this other producer I was working with, this guy named Victor Brooks. He did a lot of stuff back in the days too, including stuff with Egypt. Egyptian love.
One of my favorite collabs that you did was Familia
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
with Frost.
With Frost.
How did you guys get together to create that, man? If you
I
don't
laugh
mind.
about it because it's just funny to me. I can't tell you the name of the studio. Tony G would go, "Oh, that's blah 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 studio." I can't tell you. I don't know. We were in Hollywood somewhere, LA somewhere, in the badass studio that Virgin Records rented. So he goes, "Come on, we're gonna do that song. You ever hear that song, Family Affair, from Sly and Family Stone?" I said, "Yeah." Well, we're gonna do a little something on that, but Chicano style. You know what I mean? Homeboy style. I said, "Okay, let me come down." So I walk in the studio. I go to the room where he's at, and I hear this kind of god awful sound. It's a family affair. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's Tony doing the dummy track.
Oh, okay.
I said, okay, I'm here, homies.
No more of this.
It was funny though. He was just trying to show me, but it just was funny to me.
That's cool.
And that actually.
And so I came in there, man, and we started singing "It's a Family Affair," and I loved the song, man. I loved it, man. And at the end, where I go, me and my familia. Gotta warm up to that one, huh? When I do that one, I'm just basically doing like back in the days. Look over, hey baby, look over your shoulder. Yeah.
Escorts.
That's
That's the escort. That's the escort.
I said,
The escort.
me and my familia.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Back then,
That's
everyone was
right,
saying,
that's right.
together forever. You know, back there, everyone was doing that shit. So I did that little poppy thing in there, and hey, everybody loved it, man. We did a badass video starring Danny Trejo and Borrego.
He was
Borrego
in
from
fun.
Blood In, Blood Out. What's his name? Jesse Borrego. And a bunch of like badass Chicano actors,
That's
bro.
dope.
How was it with Blood In Blood Out? Like I know you came out on American Me, Blood In Blood Out around there.
Yeah.
You're growing up in that time and
Yeah.
you're doing your music.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that influenced a lot of the
Oh yeah, yeah, it did, and you know, it was happening, bro, back then. You know what I mean? And everybody, we were having a good time, man. And those dudes, when I understand, everybody did it for free, you know, to help Frost and to help that little movement out. You know, they were down with it, and it was at Lou Rawls' mansion.
Oh wow.
So if you guys watch that video, that's Lou Rawls' mansion. I just missed him, man. I was pissed at myself that I was like 15 minutes too late, dog. I wanted to meet him so bad.
Would you ever sign, possibly maybe even sign a northern artist?
Sign
Would you
any
even-
northern
or even
artist?
work with a northern artist if they brought it to you.
Sure. Why not? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Keep it just music. Keep it all music, man. And because here it is, man. I got a lot of my musical influence from the Bay Area.
Boom, man.
Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of my all my roots from here in L.A. But when we moved up to the Bay Area for about 5 years, I think, when my parents joined the Chicano movement up there, man, that's when we talked about. I got hit with the funk. I got hit with the Bay Area music up there, man.
Soaked up over there, yeah.
And they had live bands, man. We would cut school in junior high, man, and we would go down to the parque we'd just take the bus, bro, and go to the park, man. There'd be a live band playing over there, man, and playing some like Santana, you know, and playing some oh yeah, Cayuco.
Congas going and everything.
Oh yeah, be cha cha cha. So they had it so thick up there, dog. No, I'm good. So I mean, I got a lot of music influence. There's a lot of great artists up there. Why would I want to put something before the artistic beauty of these people? You know what I mean? Of the people up north. You know what I mean? I mean, let's get it together, man. Let's fucking get it together. We're all Chicanos, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
You think,
right.
Rich,
That's right.
that there'll be a time where we can really like put that shit aside and really get together as artists?
Not fully, but we could definitely put work in to try to make it better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these artists, they used to be. There was a band up there. They used to play at all the marches and stuff we would do. They were called Flor del Pueblo. Talk about influence, bro. I mean, they just sang that music, and it was kind of like, I don't know, a little bit like Chicano salsa. You know what I mean? But it was bad. But they were talking. But they were talking about picket signs, and they were talking about stuff like. But it was badass music. And when we were kids, my dad would take it to this place in Berkeley called La Peña. And who did my dad see there back in the days when there were nobodies? But was oh damn, what's the name of them fools? I can't remember their name right now. But they were a Chicano band that got pretty big from East LA. 4 guys.
Tierra?
No, not Tierra. Not Tierra. I can't remember their name right now because I'm tripping. But
You're like that, yes?
but they had a big hit called Will the Wolf Survive. Did a lot of blues, a lot of Chicano soul, man, these guys. So I'll get their name in a minute.
But
They jammed up there. I would hear a lot of blues artists up there. And he would take us to all these shows to see all these people. I mean, get down. Chicano artists, jazz artists. We were little kids. We would trip on some of the. I don't know if you ever been to Berkeley before.
Yeah, Berkeley.
They got those hippie-ish people that go around and they're like dancing around in all these scarves and shit. And me and my brother just had a blast with that shit. We're like, what's this all about, But we enjoyed the music and we saw some of the best artists that the Bay Area had to give. Toker went to prison,
Oh yeah, Toker did go to prison.
Yeah, he had that thing, man, and
that time
so
that
everything kind of, like I said, after that, everything just kind of went to shit,
So in the time that he was in prison, like I know that had a big impact on you because I've heard from other interviews seen about you that it impacted you pretty well.
I was worried about him, man. I was worried about Toker, man, going in there, just because of what was going down at the time. Yeah. And but I don't know if you want me to get into when I started talking to him when I saw him again.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Like,
no, I was worried about him, and I didn't know anything about what happened. I kind of went my way, and Tony G and them kept doing their thing, at the G spot. But like I said, I had to make money. I had kids I had to feed. You know what I mean? Yeah. And things there weren't happening. And I would go there and try to work, and I couldn't work there because nobody wanted to work because everybody was so depressed. And I understand. You know what I'm saying?
You lost your leader right there. You didn't lose him physically, but you still had him.
You know what, man? Tony's one of the strongest fools I know. But that knocked him down to his knees. He's one of the strongest fools I know.
Who was the first to pass from Brownside? Wasn't it Danger?
Big Danger, yeah.
It was Danger, right? I remember when Danger passed.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. I remember that.
I wasn't meeting Danger. I was Danger.
Oh.
And Toker. I want to know what that first.
Okay.
Felt
We
like.
never got into that, huh?
I want to know how that felt.
So I went in there, and I started doing my ad lib. Remember, I started ad libbing for you, and we went off into another tangent. But I started doing my ad lib, and I thought about what did we do back in the days. And when we get into a bind back in the days, me and the closest homies would look at each other and go, "Hey, homie, come on, fuck it, back to back, we're outnumbered." We always back to back, so we'd go back to back, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, and we just make a stronghold, And so when I thought about that, and I was doing, about his brother doing the ad libbing, see, hey, carnal, there's that hey again. I wanna kick it with you, my brother. I said, back to back, like we used to. You know what I mean? And oh man, and then I did my thing with all the homies, and in mi corazón, and I did all my little thing there, and I put it all in there, bro. And I says, I know the homie's hurting, so I wanted to give him the best I had, bro, and I wanted to feel that shit, like if it was my brother. I thought to myself, what if I lost Johnny?
You want to leave that energy on the track.
See, and that's how we do it. Just like, you know, like what you do. You know what I mean? There's a certain love to it, bro. You know what I mean? You want to make somebody look good. Somebody come out here shining. You know what I mean?
You think Brownside could come back?
Never ever before. Never ever the way it was.
Not the way without Toker, understandable.
No. I think I think Wicked could keep doing shit. You know what I mean? Me and him could keep doing shit, but you don't got the OGs anymore, bro. You know what I mean? There's one left that I know of. You know, unless those other guys come back. You know what I mean? Want to do something with him that you were talking about? That might be something. You know what I mean? But it's the original. I mean, what are you gonna do?
How was it for you, Rich, when Tokes passed?
Well, before we get into that, bro, let me tell you. Let me finish my other story, okay? I came out of the vocal booth, the closet, right? Sweating. Fucking Toker looks at me and he just comes right towards me. He had tears in his eyes, bro. And he hugged me. And he goes, "Hey, that was a shit, homie. We're down from now on." I said, "Oh."
You nailed it.
And big danger. Tall, thin. You know what I mean? You know, my shoulder ass, all right. And he came up. He didn't even really talk to me when we first met. He didn't really, you know, but he was just the way he was, bro. And I knew he was a real deal. But he came up to me and he hugged me. That's right. Let us know, homie. Let us know.
Did you become part of Brownside right then and there, or was it kind of like?
I was never really part of Brownside. I just sang the backgrounds, man. But I mean, hey, if you want to call me part of Brownside, thank you.
I feel like you were.
Yeah, some people will say I'm not.
I always thought I saw you as a member of Brownside.
Yeah, that's how I saw him. Like,
I saw you too.
And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that see you like that.
Well, I mean, I think that's what Toker recognized, and that's when he called me, you know, from my holler chilling, you know, and got me back into this crazy ass fucking roller coaster again.
you remember those every day he posts on his Facebook? Remember he always go live? I love those.
Yeah, talking all that shit. Get it on there. I'll tell him, Tokes, please, man, don't let these haters get to you, dog. Come on, come on. Just do the business. Do what you got to do, but don't let the. So a couple of haters hit him. Another one hits him. Another. Nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I said, man, Tokes.
I used to watch his lives all the
Yeah,
time.
He's funny though. Man.
I love his lives. I
My
love.
notifications come on when his lives came on. Ding, my shit
Tokes,
go
this
off.
guy, he had some stories. You heard his stories, man.
You have multiple tracks with Tokes, right?
Yeah.
What other tracks do you have besides that? Rest in peace.
Oh, on the new one or the old one? I mean, the old one, man.
I want to
With
hear
the
all of
original
them.
Brownside. Oh man, we got like I said, we got Do or Die. We got My Last Day. What's that other one? Man, I know on the East Side Drama, I know I had about 4 or 5 songs on that one. And then on Bangin' Stories, I got She's No Good. I got I'm a Gangster. And I can't remember all, but a few others too, you know what I mean?
Did Rich ever think like, yo, I know the music business. Can I do my own thing as far as label, bringing up artists under you? Because you already knew the Get Down. Did Rich ever think about that?
Well, I didn't really know the Get Down yet. I'm learning the Get Down actually now. And I'm putting my own company up right now. As you mentioned that, I'm putting my own company out right now. It's going to be called Back to Back Music.
Nice.
And maybe eventually Back to Back Records. If you know what I mean, if I take on some artists, you know.
So you're keeping your ear open to any artists out there? Maybe somebody.
I'm keeping it open, but I'm not really looking to sign no artists. I'm gonna put my next album out through my own company. I got it all set up. I'm just I've done a lucrative deal, and I got some money that's on the way right now, and it's all legit. And when that happens, you're gonna see. I'm gonna be giving you a call, man.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's right.
And we're gonna put it all down, and that's why I'm working on all these songs right now. I want to put out a 7-song LP out, just a quickie, lay it down.
Any features? Can we? Any features?
Any features we can
Hey man,
expect?
hey.
Oh.
You know, I'm all about that, doing some features. You know, I need to do actually more. I think, you know.
I think
But-
so.
If anybody need a feature, right there, man. Rich G, the one and only. You know what I mean?
Man.
There it is.
Official Rich G.
He about his business.
But yeah, man. You know, like you had the homie Baldacci.
Baldacci, the face of LA.
I wouldn't mind doing some stuff with him. At Face of LA, yeah. I wouldn't mind doing stuff with the homie. You know, there's a lot of dudes I'd like to. My boy YBE.
YBE be a good one between
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Me and him, when I went out to Vegas, we did a show with him out in Vegas. He treated me good, man. He treated me like royalty, man, and I appreciate
That's
that.
right.
Or YBE, if you're hearing this for now, Rich G's looking to work with you, my boy.
You know, you got guys up there. You know, you got guys at the top. You know, yeah, I'd like to work with a lot of these guys, man. And I met. You guys know Frank Nettie, right?
Frank Nettie
From
I just
Riverside.
met the homie the other day, dog. And he was all around at the G spot and everything. He knows Tony. He knows it. He was going to Dr. Dre's studio, dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, we started chopping it up. I'm like, what the hell? He's got this kid, man. What did you call him?
Young Blue, Young Gritty. Yes,
Young Gritty, bro.
Shout out Young Gritty. Young Gritty.
Hey, I think, and the homeboy saying, I don't know, you know, we're rapping. We started chopping it up good, me and Frank, man. And that's just another thing. That's just another thing that we'd love to have happen, you know.
That could happen though. Anything's possible, Rich.
And I'm glad I met the homie the other day. I think it was something other than just your regular life. That's something that's supposed to happen.
I think I would like to hear some YBE featuring Rich G,
That'd be dope,
Baldacci, King Cash,
Yeah, you
Namek.
know, I just did one with my homeboy Bozo,
Oh yeah.
Casualties of the Hood.
I heard it actually. That track is.
You like that one?
dope. I like that one. It was a
Yeah.
different feel too, because Bozo's versatile.
And that was one of my songs. Actually, that hook was one of my songs that I had on my album when Eazy was signing me. Casualties of the Hood, I was calling it. And I got that, and I never got a chance to put it out, so I just put it in that hook. You know what I mean?
And you bless Bozo right
Casualties
there.
of the
That's
Vaudeville
nice.
This time.
Woo.
And, we put it together. Bozo is dope, man. I mean,
How'd you end up linking with him? Did someone?
I met him we did a Brownside concert out in, I think it was where was it, San Gabriel? We did a Brownside concert, man. He was there, man. And he was, you know, we were just kicking it, drinking, you know, having a good time, you know, and did a show with him, and it was badass. And ever since then, you know what I mean, we've been chopping it up, and finally he hit me up. Hey, man, you want to do a quick collab? I said, let's do this, man. So
He's from out there from Norwalk, right? Or is he from?
No.
He's from
Where?
Pico Rivera.
Yeah, no, the Bozo, me and him are cool, man. So we did that, and it was pretty badass, man. Worked up, did the video out there, you know. And it was
I know he's
badass.
doing big things too. You said with Chopper King. of
Hey,
Beat.
man, we just try to keep moving, dog. I mean, I could do more, I think. I could do more, and I'm trying.